Well, what's the big picture right away? This will be the scope of the projects that we're trying to accomplish here in the school district. It's actualizing what the board's vision is, and we'll talk about the work that went into getting to this point. But we're looking at improved security at all of our buildings. Since the time of this building opening, which is our newest in the entire district, there's been significant security improvements that have been shared with us. We're now actually going to be partnering with our police department to take a look and say, what other things should we be doing beyond what we know right now? I'm going to give you one quick example. When you come into the building, the old idea was if you have a long pathway, that's the safest way before you get to the building. We know now it has to have a secure entrance. So when people get buzzed in, they shouldn't have immediate access to our kids. And again, we'll talk in more detail. We want to enhance and increase our technology. We're doing a very good job at our high school. That's our one-to-one initiative. This building is short of computers. I think our teachers do the best job they can, but we are short. And our elementaries are even shorter. We're at a point now in this day and age where our kids are much more engaged with technology. Now that might be a laptop, it might be an iPad. So we want to make sure we're providing the kids with the tools they need as the school district. Of course, roofs and pavement, we'll talk about those in some detail. Those are a little easier to talk about because everyone has a roof, they have a home, so you understand that piece better. Then the last two are the big ones. Major improvements are in this project for our high school and the replacement of our Cooper. So that leads to the next part of our agenda, and that's what the need is. When we went into this piece and coming out of it, I want everyone here to understand that this is about our kids, this is about our community, this is about our staff having adequate materials and space to teach. This is certainly not about me. If this referendum doesn't pass, this is not about me, positive or negative, or the school board. This is about what do we believe in our community? Do we want to have the gyms in our community like other communities have? What is it that we want? Students are what we care about very much. Now it's changed what we expect. From when I went to school, and I would wager almost everybody in this room, things have changed drastically for how we instruct and what we expect of kids. We expect kids to be much more involved in their education, interactive education, where they're taking ownership, doing the projects alone or with partners. There's a lot more instruction expectations, that those have changed as well. It used to be where the teacher would be standing in front of the class and deliver the instruction for 48 minutes, and that's what it would be. Take a test at the end of the chapter. Those days are long gone. I know we have some teachers in the audience that live this every day, but the expectation is they engage in what are these standards these kids have to do. Now, how do I have to change that for this group of kids and this group of kids and meet everybody's needs? Very challenging, and we want our buildings and our equipment and everything else to be able to be supportive of that. And then that leads to our facilities. Some of our facilities are not meeting our needs. Now, I don't want to say that I believe our staff are inadequate, because that's not true. I believe they do the best they can. But when you're in an environment that is not conducive to learning, that's a challenge. And I think our kids in the school district of Superior deserve the very best. And I believe our staff deserve the best environment to teach in.
The facility assessment was done as a combination of firms. The district went out, sought proposals. LHB teamed with Kraus Anderson and McKinstry. Kraus Anderson is a construction-based company that was used for the estimating process, and McKinstry is a well-known energy analysis and also has the estimating experience. So we visited every one of the sites. We did analysis of the sites on 4 basic categories, one being actual physical condition of the buildings, one being code and safety type items, one being energy efficiency, and then the final one being safety and security. So those 4 items all tie together that helped create the categories that they were in, and also helped to identify the level of need or adjustment. So they were also divided up then by a 0 to 5, 5 to 10, and 10 plus. So when you look at that spreadsheet up there were about 1,000 line items that were identified at different buildings. Some of it as simple as just providing sealant where sealant had worn out over the years. Others as large as situations at Cooper where you don't have sound isolation between classrooms. And you'll hear a little bit more about some of the bigger items as we go through the process. From that 1,000 items, we met with the school board on multiple occasions. They defined a scope from that and reduced it down to something that they felt was fiscally responsible and able to be achieved based on the current conditions of the community and the district.